Hi, we are back and I bought another car and here it is. Okay, we are back. Today I'm gonna look at a car to buy. Yeah, I need a new car because my daily driver is a very old diesel car and the taxes are way too high. So today I'm gonna have a look at a car which is yeah, obviously benzene, pretty big, because yeah, it's handy for me to when I gotta get car parts and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go have a look. Okay, so we are on the road to have a look at this car. Now, the reason that I need to switch my daily is basically we live here in Belgium and we have these low emission zones, and that means that my old Mercedes diesel, which I normally drive daily, it's not allowed anymore in there. And if I want to go to one of the cities, then I would have to pay like a day pass to get in there. And yeah, it's kind of a hassle. Also, the yearly taxes for these old diesels are quite high. We pay almost like €1,000 a year for this car, which is a bit ridiculous for a car that's 21-year-old. But okay, it is what it is. So today we might change that. We might actually buy something that is that's benzene, which is low emission exempt, so we can go everywhere. You can compare it with like in London and stuff like that, where certain cars are not allowed anymore unless you buy one of those day passes. So that's the reason. Now, I know the car that we're gonna look at has some issues. So it's not going to be a pristine car, but yeah, that's what we do on the channel. We work on cars, we fix them. I'm just hoping it's not going to be too bad, and I really hope that the seller is an honest guy, and that we don't run into some hidden things. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, we are back. Now, I couldn't film anything when I was there looking at the car because the guy didn't want to be on camera. I had a good look over it. There are quite some issues on the car, but here it is. So indeed, it's a Ford Mondeo 2014 2.0 EcoBoost 240 horsepower. Now, I know it's not a Ferrari, I know it's not a Lamborghini or a Porsche, as you see so many times on YouTube, but you know, this will for me be the perfect daily driver. So I'm happy with it, but like I said, there are things that we have to take care of. So let's first go over the good things on the car, which is it's a very high spec car. It's basically full option. It has the Windsor leather cooled and heated seats. We have a leather dashboard, which is beautiful. We have also the Converse Plus pack with the 11 speakers. So we have the top of the top audio system in this car. So these are all the good things. Now, obviously, yeah, I drove the car back home and immediately we got an engine management light. So what we'll do next is we're gonna scan the car. Alright, let's see what it says. Until now. Got a lot of pass. Well. Okay. I would have thought there would be already an error. Wait, okay, we have one fault. But this is remote function actuate. That's like for the keys, the... Alright, so we passed on everything. We only have like one fault. Let's see. Okay, retrieve continuous memory, but... let's see. Okay. Continuous memory, blah, 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 blah. Not current. Okay, so let's clear the faults. Okay. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start the vehicle. I'm gonna do another scan. Okay, this is weird because we had an engine code. Well, we had an engine management light that came on while we were driving. So either this fixed itself or there is some intermittent problem which we have to well, figure out. But what I saw, because I scanned it before, and what I saw is we had a P2122 code, which is something to do with your pedal position sensor. So the throttle position sensor where there is an issue, so this might be something that is intermittent. Because right now, I'm gonna have a look here, we're gonna view the data. Fuel pump, okay, exhaust, actual, fuel rail. Accelerator from sensor 2. Yeah, these ones, they have 3 sensors. You have 2 sensors which are in the pedal themselves. It's like a potentiometer that's in there, and then there is a third sensor at your throttle body. So, but it's reading perfectly now, so this seems really weird to me. Okay. Here, so we see here, you see sensor 1 and you see sensor 2. So these are the two that are in the pedal itself. Sensor 1. This should actually go to 2 volts, which is not doing. So I think that's where the issue is. So I will have to look into it a bit better. But for now, this is a bit of an intro to the car. So I just wanted to see what the health is right now. Okay, the engine. Now the engine is pretty clean, but where's my lamp? Let me get my lamp. When I checked the car, I noticed that we have quite some oil seepage around the valve cover. Yeah, see here in the back, I don't know, like you cannot see that. Maybe if I take the like right there. Yeah, there is some leak, but I think I kind of know what the problem is, because these valve covers on these, they're just a gasket, they're rubber, but here there are 2 flat spots in the gasket, and you should put RTV on there, because that's a mating service of the engine block. So I think that maybe someone replaced this before and did not put the RTV on there, because it's literally right on that spot where we see the leak. And yeah, it's really leaking all the way down the engine block on the back. Yeah, it's pretty bad actually. So we will take care of that. And while we do that, another weak point on these engines, let me go like here, is this thing here. This is the vacuum pump, and they tend to leak between the seal here and the vacuum pump themselves. But if I look, I see someone used some liquid seal there, so this must have been leaking before. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. I can see the RTV coming through, which is normally not the way to do this one. So yeah, that's also something I need to have a look at. And then yeah, when I looked at the car, let me turn this off, the rear camera was working perfectly. So you put it in reverse, camera came on, no problem, you have the lines. But now, you know what, let me show you. Okay, so we have the power shift here, the screen is here, and if you put it in reverse, that's what we get now. Like there is something there that happened, and I don't know what it is, because it was working perfectly when we bought the car. Yeah, I tested it several times. There was no problem with that rear camera whatsoever. And now, I don't know, maybe it's a coincidence, maybe again something intermittent, another thing we have to look at. The next thing is the wheels. I looked up the VIN number of this car, and it should have come from factory with 19-inch Y-spoke wheels, original Ford wheels. But as you can see, these are not 19, these are 16-inch. I don't know what car they come from, maybe a Focus or a Fiesta or something, but these are not the original wheels. And as you can see, maybe if you can get the camera in there, the brakes, yeah, you will not see, that's too dark, but the brake discs and pads, they are, yeah, they're done. That's the end of their life. So that's another thing that we have to take care of. Now, the good news is I already bought a new set of wheels. 19-inch with all-season tires. These will go on. And then we have a whole set of brakes, front discs, back discs, rear discs. This is also the seal for the valve cover that we got, new brake pads, we got new spark plugs for the car, all the filters that it needs, like interior filter, oil filter, transmission filter, because I don't know if this ever been done. And normally these cars, I think it's around 60,000 kilometers or something that the transmission oil and filter need to be replaced. So I got here from Frebby gear oil. You have to make sure you get the right one. We got some motor oil, and here we have something that maybe some people will know what this is about. I will take the radio out and we will install a full Android and CarPlay radio in this car. But we need an adapter for the camera, which is this. But now, of course, the camera is not working, so we will have to figure that out, why it's doing that. So basically, we're gonna get everything done. Oh yeah, another thing, it's very rusted on the bottom, which I unfortunately cannot show you right now, but we will do that in another episode, because I also ordered a full inox, RVS, stainless steel, whatever you want to call it, exhaust system for these cars. I contacted Ford. They wanted for an original exhaust €2,600 excluding tax for just a steel exhaust, which is ridiculous, which is just stupid. I looked on YouTube, there are people who did that. They drive 3 years with the exhaust and it falls off. That's how bad quality those original exhausts are. So I opted to go with a Fox exhaust. It's not here yet. The guys in Germany are preparing it for me. It's gonna be here somewhere next week, and that's gonna be fitted too. But the first thing I wanna tackle is the oil leak, the service. I want to figure out why that camera is not working as it should. We're gonna take care of the brakes, because safety, and that's one of the things that are very important, safety. So yeah, we're gonna get the car fully done. Or maybe something that you can also show the people, the nice people. We have a broken grill here, as you can see, and then here is some trim missing. Yeah, so this is also, but this is pure aesthetically. This is not something that it's not my priority to get done. It needs to be done, but this is not something that I want to do right now. I first want to make sure that this engine runs okay, that the gearbox is taken care of, because this is not only going to be my car, but this is also going to be the car that my wife is going to learn to drive in, because she always wanted to learn to drive with an automatic. So I know it's big, but you know, you better learn in a big car, is what I always say. And if you turn yourself around, under that tarp is still the Mini, and it still has not sold. We had some people that that had a look at it, but in the end they didn't buy it, because they thought that they could get like insurance for like €200 a year. Turns out it was 600, and they didn't buy the car. So we're still stuck with that car too. Anyone who's interested, hit me up please, because it's really in my way. If you saw the videos, you know that everything has been done on it. It's perfectly fine to go, but apparently it's not so easy to sell. Now I gotta be honest, these were never my favorite cars. I also never had a Ford before, but I have to admit, the longer that the car is here, the more I start to like it. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, this is a car that it will need to do its job, but looks and everything, I start warming up to it, let's say it like that. But for now, let's wait for the rest of the parts, and then in the next video we're gonna start, I don't know, maybe we're gonna start with the valve cover or something. But yeah, first we gotta wait for the rest of the parts, so I catch you in the next one. Thank you.